Hi. Today we're going to be doing some addition problems, and we're going to do the method of I do, which that means I will show the problems on the board and work them out. And then we do, which means we will do some problems together. So as I'm working them out, you will do the same thing that I'm doing. And then you will do problems on your own. So that part would be you do. So whatever problem I put on my board, then you would work that problem out on your own. Without me being on the video, that would just be something that you would do with your parent, and they could just check your work and make sure that you're using the same strategies as we do in class. And all you will need is a whiteboard and a marker, or a piece of paper and a pencil, whatever you can write these problems on, okay? So let's go over a problem and the strategy that we use. So let's say we have 5 plus 3 equals, okay? And so what I always do is I always like to, and remember this is the I do part, so just I'm working this problem out. You're not doing anything just yet, just me, so just watch. So marker down, whiteboard down. Just pay attention, okay? All right, so what I like to do is I like to circle the bigger number, because that's going to help me when it comes time for subtraction. So I circle the greater number and I underline the smaller number. That's going to help me when it comes time to subtract. And under each number, I'm going to draw that amount of dots, okay? So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know that I'm going to add, so that means that I need to add this many more. 1, 2, 3. I also always make them circle the sign so that that gets in their head what they're going to do. So this, when they circle it, they can say add. So I know that I'm going to add or draw this many more. So then I'm going to use the method of slash and count. So I'm going to slash through it as I count them, so I make sure that I don't miss any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then however many I counted, that is my answer, 8. Okay? All right, let me erase that, and I'm going to do another one. Let's do 4 plus 2 equals, okay? So remember, the first thing that I do is I'm going to circle my greater number, and I'm going to underline my smaller number. This also lets you know if they know greater than or less than. So you want them to circle that greater number so that whenever we start subtraction, they're already getting in their head that I gotta look for the greater number first, okay? So then I'm going to draw my 4 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I need to look at my sign to determine what operation I'm going to do. So I'm gonna circle my sign, I'm gonna circle my sign so I know add. My plus sign means I'm going to add how many more? 1, 2, like that, okay? Then I'm going to slash and count. And I gotta make sure I slash and count so that I don't miss any. I wanna make sure I counted all of them to show that 4 plus 2 equals the amount that I have when I count all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And my answer is 6. And this strategy right here, the circling the greater number, underlining the smaller number, that's how they teach it in first grade as well. So already having this method in their head, this will help them move on to doing addition and subtraction in first grade, because they will already have this strategy in their head, okay? So that will help. All right, so now let's do some together. So this is where you will need your whiteboard and your marker, because we're going to do these together. Okay, so I'm just going to go slowly. I'm going to give you time to write it and follow along with me. Okay, so let's do the problem 2 plus 1 equals. equals. Let's just do an easy one first, okay? So write this on your board. 2 plus 1 equals. Okay, and remember we always circle the greater number. Which number is greater, 2 or 1? Okay, we're going to circle the 2 because 2 is greater. Then that means we're going to underline the 1. Okay, so since I circled 2, I'm going to go ahead and draw my 2 dots. 1, 2. Okay, now I need to circle my sign so I know what to do. Am I going to add or am I going to take away? And we know when we see a plus sign, that means you're going to add. Okay, so that means I need to draw some more dots. So I'm going to draw 1 more dot. Okay, good. Now I'm going to slash and count to make sure I counted all of them. 1, 2, 3. So then my answer is 3. All right, good. Let's do another one together. So what I do on my board, you're going to do on your board. All right, let's do another easy one. Let's do 3 plus 2 equals. Okay, good. Remember the first thing that we do, we're going to find the number that is greater. Which number is greater or bigger, 3 or 2? Good, yes, 3. So we're going to circle the 3 and we're going to underline the 2. Okay, since we circled the 3, we're going to go ahead and draw our 3 dots under here. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and do that. All right, good. Now we're going to circle our sign so we know what to do. When we see this sign, sorry, I'm trying to get that glare off the board. When we see this sign, we know we're going to do what? Add or take away? Add. Okay, this sign means to add. So that means I'm going to draw more dots. I'm not going to take dots away. I'm going to draw more dots. And this number right here tells me how many more I'm going to draw. And I'm going to draw 2 more because I'm adding to it. Okay, so now I'm going to slash and count to make sure that I've counted all of these dots. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you will write 5 because 3 plus 2 equals 5. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some problems on my board, and parents, you can just like show them the problem, or you can write it out yourself and then have them do that problem, or you can just pause this video and let them see each one and just tell them which problem you want them to do. Okay, and just make sure that they're still using that strategy of circling the greater number, underlining the smaller number, and you can always rewind my video to show that strategy again. You can make them redo this whole lesson again with me going first and then us doing some together, okay? So if there's any point in time where you feel like you need to pause the video and explain something further, feel free to do that. You can always do that, or rewind it if you feel like they weren't getting it. You can pause it if you feel like I was going too fast. So I'm just going to put some problems on my board for your student to work out, and just check and make sure that they're getting it right, that they're using that strategy, okay? All right, so we're just going to do some easier ones and kind of build up a little bit. So let's do 4 plus 1 equals, let's do 3 plus 6 equals, let's do 7 plus 2 equals, and 9 plus 1 equals. Okay, so those are the problems. Here, and I'll draw a line so you can see those are the problems that you can have your child work out, and just check them and make sure that they are doing the correct strategy and they're getting the right answer. Okay, I hope this helps. Bye.